Hey, hello everybody, and welcome to the drive-thru. I'm your host Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pick Dawgz and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour and give you enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here Monday through Friday on the drive-thru at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, as we give you live free sports picks from the primetime games. And to do that, well, our professional handicappers from Pick Dawgz and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a look at him tonight, and he'll be on the show. We got Jeff Jeter back, James Clark to join us, Chris Ruffolo serve as co-host, Brian Bitler in the center square, Jovan Burts with us, Goran Kucar is with us as well, Ninos, and then Rod Zawacky as well tonight on the show. Let's take a look at the lineup, how they'll line up today. Bitler, Clark, Zawacky, Burts, Ninos, Ruffolo, Jeter, Kucar. Then I will go ahead and close this one out. All right, Chris, I hope those Cubs backers on the run line weren't very happy with that ninth inning, I take.
No, I don't think so either. That's why I stayed far, far away from that game today. But you know what? We got a whole night's worth of action tonight. One game's not going to make or break us if you have the Cubs, and if you have the Pirates, well, use that to put more cash in your pocket tonight. We got a great lineup.
Or if you had the under that came in as well. All right, let's go get the show started. Let's welcome Brian Bitler. He bookends the shows Monday and Friday. You'll find him here at Pick Dawgz. It's part of the morning crew. Brian, how you doing?
Well, you guys threw me off bat and lead off here on a Friday, but you know what? I can adjust to any situation. I start off 0-1, lost that Pirate game. I got 4 more premiums coming up. I've been heating up, so I'm ready to go here.
All right, heat up here is Brian Bitler. As we're going to take a look at the game for tonight. As we've got the Athletics to host the Rays. Athletics here laying $1.25, total 7.5.
Yeah, Oakland has dropped 2 straight, but this team is streaky, and they have a nice chance to get back into the win column tonight versus a pitcher in Rich Hill, who has seen better days. He also has a tendency to not go very deep in games. Last 3 starts combined for Rich Hill, he's only gone 11 innings. Hill carries a 6.40 ERA. Look for the desperate A's to get a needed win tonight. Athletics 6-1 last 7 games in Game 1 of the series. Take the Oakland Athletics on the money line tonight.
All right, Brian Bitler says he's no fan of Rich over the Hill. He likes the Oakland Athletics here at -125. All right, I looked at Hill. I've looked at a lot of his numbers, and his strikeouts have been way down since leaving the Dodgers, Chris.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that we've gone this long without Rich Hill getting a blister on one of his fingers and having put a week-long stint on the DL. But I got to agree. I like the A's here as well. The A's have won 5 straight starts by Sean Manaea, and he just held this same Rays team to 1 run in 5 innings a couple starts ago. So, Oakland to keep it going and pick up another win at home here.
Well, you can get a blister when their skin. I think it's just bone now at his age. All right, agreement here with the Athletics, -125 against the Rays. All right, Chris and Brian, let's take a look here at Pick Dawgz Premium tonight. We got a lot of baseball, some NBA, 10 games on the board, and hockey. What do you have going on over at Pick Dawgz Premium?
I got my best bet, my NBA golden ticket, 29-19, last 48 NBA premium picks, 60% winners. Get my NBA golden ticket for just $30 at pickdawgz.com premium pick section, or make sure you check out all the guys at the top. I know Mitch Wilson's number 1 last 30 days. We have a lot of other super cappers right there at the top, so make sure you check everybody out at pickdawgz.com.
That's right, guys. Get on board at Pick Dawgz Premium. Get on board with Brian Bitler's play for tonight. He's doing well in the NBA, showing positive results there. And, of course, you can find him over at Pick Dawgz Premium. Get on board with that 3, 7, or 3-day pass. When you make the profits for that 1-day pass tonight, that's the best value there at Pick Dawgz Premium is the long-term pass. You'll get every play that Brian releases off the site. You set the terms when you visit Pick Dawgz Premium and you make the purchase. All right, Brian, as always, great having you show. Why don't you let everybody know what's going on with the YouTube Premium? There were some changes this month.
Yeah, the one thing that did stay the same is the $50 subscribers still get the morning and the late premium show picks. But what added was the VIP show for additional $50. You get some late Steam action picks. I know today I had 4 big-time winners I put out today. A lot of times I mix in my premium picks. So you get my picks, Rod's, and Mitch's, all for an additional $50 a month, $100 total. Gets you tons of picks. It breaks down to just a little bit over 25 cents a pick.
All right, guys, the YouTube Premium. Check the link below. Sign up or upgrade. You can see the value there, as Brian talked about. All right, Brian, as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great night. We'll tune in tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, with the morning show with you, Zawacky, Mitch, and Ron Romanelli. I think you call him the Junior Sharp to join you.
Yeah, it's always nice spending my Friday nights with Tony T and my good buddy Chris Ruffolo. But then in the mornings, I get the other Romanelli, my junior sharp. I got him under my wing. We're going to be battling Mitch and Rod tomorrow morning. And we'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes on Saturday. All right, Brian, have yourself a great night. Brian Bitler here on the drive-thru. All right, we'll continue on our coverage. And it looks like, Chris, you needed a break here, so we'll go ahead and give you a break right now. And we're going to go over to Skype and bring in James Clark. You can find him over at Big Dogs Premium, doing fantastic work in the NBA. I'm going to use this line again. He's the top human right now in the NBA for 2021 this season. So we'll go ahead and bring in James right now. You'll find him there at Big Dogs Premium. He's coming to us from Skype. So let's go to Skype roll and bring him in. James, how's it going today?
Very good. How are you, Tony?
I'm doing great, doing great. All right, let's take a look at the game for tonight. Heat to host the T-Wolves 8 Eastern Time NBA League Pass Channel. Miami laying 6.5. Total sits at 227.
Yeah, Tony, if you look at these two teams and you just go by the last 10 games, the Heat's won 7 of the last 10 games. But, also the Timberwolves, they've won 6 of the last 10 games. But I think, to me, the Timberwolves are the healthier team. And here, I don't know if Butler's questionable to play tonight. Defoe's been out a lot. But, there's a lot of subs for the Heat has played. But this Timberwolves team is pretty healthy and scrappy. I like the Timberwolves tonight on the money line. If you look, the Heat has failed to cover the spread in 6 of their last 7 games. And also, if you look, the Timberwolves has beat the Heat 5 of the last 5 times that they played them. So, that gives me good enough odds to go with the Timberwolves here at good plus money.
All right, looking here with the T-Wolves here from James Clark with his play for tonight. T-Wolves money line plus 215 against Miami Heat. Yeah, looking at the injury report, it's a toss-up whether Butler or Hero will play here for Miami. And, of course, Miami's issues has been on the defensive end over their past 5 games. It's not been too sharp. But Minnesota, as you said, they've been playing well since D'Angelo Russell's come into the lineup. I know they use him off the bench. You don't see him often in the expected lineup here. He's usually off the bench now. But you got Ricky Rubio at point guard. They're getting the job done offensively.
Yeah, the T-Wolves ain't gonna try to shut you down, but they can outscore you. They got the talent to outscore you. And if the Heat ain't got Butler and Hero, they ain't got them scores on the floor. I don't see them outscoring the Timberwolves tonight. So I really like his pick tonight.
Yeah, I do too, because when you're not, like, look at Miami's defensive form has not been too sharp. When you're not defending, you are a victim to teams that can outscore you, especially when that's a big lift here to cover that 6.5 point spread. But you're going money line here for them to win the game outright, plus 215 against the Heat. All right, James, let's take a look over at Big Dogs Premium, where you're doing some fantastic work for this season. We've put up throughout the year. You put up great numbers in the NBA, as we'll go ahead and put up the record right now. Over 1,500 units, 1,565 units of profit. We have 10 games right now on the board in the NBA. Of course, we got baseball as well. What do you have going on over at Big Dogs Premium?
Well, I love tonight's NBA card. I got 4. I got a 5-pack. I got 4 NBA plays and 1 MLB. All I really love. If you want to go grab it. We hit a little bump in the road yesterday on the NBA. But if anybody knows who's following me, if I usually have a bad day, and you watch out the next day, usually 5-0 or 4-1, or a good winning day. So if you want to go and grab that 5-pack, and after we win tonight, upgrade to the longer term, or grab me and team me up with any of these guys on the show. Like I always say this, and I'll say it until every time I come on here, we do have the best cappers in the world. I'm telling you, we do. And, team me up with Big Al. He's number 1 overall. Little Al, he's, number 1 in the NHL. Rod's hot. Mitch is hot. Tony, any of them. Like I said, any of them on the site. Trey Jordan, anybody. And, we'll put some money in your pockets, fellas. And also tonight, if you can bet it, the last 4 games for the Miami Heat, Trevor Ariza has scored the first basket. That's at plus 750. So if you want to throw a little bit on it, he scored the first basket in the last 3 Heat games. So that's a good plus money you bet if you can bet it.
All right, guys, you got that here from James Clark here on the drive-through, guys. Pick Dawgz Premium. Check out James Clark right now. You see him in the NBA. We'll put the numbers up again for you. It's been fantastic work. 1,565 units of profit. That is all documented. So when you go to Pick Dawgz Premium, you can check out James's record there. Every play is there on the site for you to check out. Of course, then get on board with that long-term pass, his plays for a night. But he also has an NBA end-of-the-season pass right now. That's a good value for you. You'll get every NBA pick from James all the way to the final game of the finals. Of course, we're going to mid-July this year, so we got at least over a little more than 2 months of action, James, and that's got a really good price.
Yeah, that's at $350, and if you look at most of our months, if you just get 1 month, you're going to pay $300. So most of my picks are NBA, so you're pretty much getting my packages every day. You're getting 2 months for one price of 1 month. So it's a good deal, guys. So go jump on it, fellas.
Yeah, jump on it with James Clark over the NBA end of the season pass. Very good value. Every play up until the final games of the NBA Finals. All right, James, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk again next week.
All righty, Tony. I appreciate you having me on the show, buddy.
All right, James Clark here on the drive-thru. Now let's go ahead and bring it back. Chris, back from his break. All right, just a reminder, let you guys know, subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. Of course, it all gets started with the morning show. You got Mitch, you got Rod Zawacky, you got Brian Bitler, Ron Romanelli on the weekends at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. Of course, you got those YouTube shows, those premium shows. Find out more information, become a member by clicking the link below. And of course, the drive-thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So be sure to subscribe. And also, if you would, those thumbs up, keep them coming in. Those thumbs up being likes. It helps us increase our audience, Chris.
Absolutely, Tony. It does. It's, we ask for them every time we come on the air, but it doesn't cost you guys anything. It helps us out more than I think anybody will ever realize. You're already watching the video. You're just missing our faces. If you just click that, you still hear us. You still hear our lovely voices. Then now you just come right back to it. It helps us helps us get the product out to fresh faces who maybe haven't seen it before. And everybody likes making money. So I mean, I can tell you, we have some of the best captures in the world, and they come on because of you guys, because of the Pick Dawgz family, all the love and support that we get. So keep it coming, guys. We really appreciate it.
We do, guys. All right, we'll continue on here on the drive-thru. Keep those thumbs up, those likes coming in. Let's continue on here with the drive-thru and welcome Rod Zawacky to the show. Every day you'll find him on the morning show, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time with Mitch and company. Of course, he's part of the YouTube Premium. Rod, how you doing today?
Doing good, Tony. Doing good.
All right. Outstanding. All right. You're looking at this one here. Yankees to host the Nationals, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Yankees big favorites here, $1.72. Total sits at 8.5.
Yeah, exactly. And Yankees big favorites. Why? I don't understand that. Jameson Italian, is he really worth minus 172? I don't think so. If you look at the Nationals, they had a rough outing their last series against the Braves. They're going to get a nice little bounce back here. The Yankees are 0-7 their last 7 games after allowing 5 runs or more in their previous game, which is what they did. The Houston Astros whooped their butt, scored 7 on them the previous game. You look at Jameson Tan, he's kind of gone this lose one, win one, lose one, win one. Lost his last one. Or lost his, he's on lose one, win one, lose one, win one, lose one, win one. And he won his last one time for a nice little loss here for the Yankees. We're going to take the Nationals here. Nice value spot here. Take the Nationals. Get a nice win to kick off their series with the Yankees.
All right, we got Rod here with the Nationals plus 155 against the Yankees. And if they are to do that, Chris, the Nats got to get their bats going.
Yeah, they do, and mainly because, Patrick Corbin, as good as he's been in years past, he's always due for a blow-up here and there. He's always a candidate to have that happen to him. But same thing can be said for Jameson Taillon. He hasn't looked right since really coming back from his health issues the last couple of years. So I was leaning more towards the over here. I do think both sets of bats come alive in this one against two of the more shaky pitchers in their respective rotations.
All right, Nationals plus 155 against the Yankees at 7 Eastern time. This one is on MLB Network, your TV game for tonight. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dawgz Premium, where you're doing some fantastic work this season in MLB. What do you have going on over the site?
Tonight we got Steak Friday. Off a nice winning day yesterday. I've got 2 MLB, 2 NBA, and 1 10-star NBA or NHL Slam Dunk Play of the Day. You can get that over at Pick Dawgz Premium or sportschatplace.com. You get my Steak Friday package, or what I've set up right now. Great deal for you guys right here. I've set up a 6-month pass for $650, where you're going to get all my everything from now until November 6th, my birthday. Kind of just worked out that way. Don't know how it just kind of, that's the way it is. 6 months from now is November 6th, my birthday. That'll get you all the NBA playoffs, all the NHL playoffs, the rest of the MLB, any of the summer sports. We've got some horse racing coming up for you. I like the CFL, so I'll probably have some CFL, some WNBA, and a nice kickoff the year. We'll even have the NFL to kick off the year. Hop on that now. Can't go wrong. That's just a little over $100 a month. $650 gets you 6 months of everything I release, all sports package, VIP. Jump on over to Pick Dawgz Premium and scoop it up.
Scoop it up right now from Rod Zawacky, $650 for the 6 months. Of course, you'll get the rest of baseball. Of course, baseball goes in the November Classic there. And, of course, we've got the NBA playoffs, NHL. Of course, football will begin there a little bit more than a month. You'll get a Rod's action there when you pick up that 6-month pass over there at Pick Dawgz Premium. And you can see the numbers there doing fantastic work in Major League Baseball. All right, Rod, as always, great having your show. Of course, you're part of that YouTube Premium, right? There's what we got, the early, late money.
You bet. We got same thing as what we had before. The $50 package is exactly the same. You get morning, 4 picks in the morning, 4 picks in the afternoon. The VIP Premium is what's changed. We've added the $100 level where you get the morning picks, the afternoon picks, and you get the VIP Steam Show. And that VIP Steam Show has just been rolling. It's paid for itself over already this month easily. Hands down, jump aboard that. You get so many picks. Great value there for you guys. Less than 20 cents a pick value to you guys. Jump aboard. Just follow the button below that says join.
That's right, guys. Join up here with Rod Zawacky. He's part of that YouTube Premium. Follow the link below. Get in that VIP Steam, your best value there. All right, Rod, as always, great having a show. Have yourself a great night. We'll talk with you next week.
You guys have yourself a wonderful weekend. Let's get ourselves a bunch more winners for everybody.
That's right. More winners here. Rod Zawacky here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue on with our coverage. We're going to go over to now and talk to Jovan Burts. You'll find him over at Pick Dawgz Premium looking at the baseball game here for today. So let's go ahead and bring him in right now. He did fantastic work in that contest. And, of course, he does great work for us here on the show. Jovan, how you doing today?
You know what it is, smooth over here. How about y'all?
Oh, it's going great, going great. Wow. All right, we got one tonight here at 8:15 Eastern Time as the Cardinals will play host to the Rockies. Cardinals laying 210, total 7.5.
Yeah, so I'm on the Cardinals run line in this one. No money line. That's too much for my taste. But anyway, so Austin Gomber, former Cardinal, is going up against his old squad. Now, I know he would want to, have a good showing against his old squad. He was a centerpiece trade piece of that Nolan Arenado trade. But the only problem is that the Cardinals have a complete book on him. They know his stuff. They know his tendencies. They didn't like it. They got rid of him. Not only that, they crushed lefties. They hit 282 against lefties. And, the Cardinals, they've won 7 out of their last 10 games. The Colorado Rockies, they're 2-11 on the road. That's no good. And I expect Gomber to give up no less than 3 to 4 runs against this Cardinals lineup. Now, on the other side, who's towing the mound is Jack Flaherty, which is the Cardinals' best pitcher. He's 5-0, and the Cardinals are 6-0 in his starts. They give him tons of run support, and I really see no way that they win by no less than 2 runs. So take the Cardinals on the run line.
All right, Jovan here. Cardinals run line -1.5 runs, -108 against the Colorado Rockies. All right, Chris, look at Gomber's performance here. The last 2 starts have been kind of shaky here. When you look at his numbers, looks like he's given up 13 runs, 11 earned here past 2 outings.
And this is going to be my boring analysis of the day because Jovan took all my good points. But, a ton of run support, like Jovan said, when he's been on the mound, 61 runs is ridiculous in 6 starts. And then you look at, Austin Gomber, 7.20 ERA on the road. I don't see how the Rockies keep this one close to, I think 3-10 straight up on the road, 2-11 on the run line or something like that. So I think those issues continue here against a Cardinals team swinging a hot bat right now with their ace on the mound. So I like the Cardinals on the run line as well.
All right, agreement here. Cardinals run line -1.5 runs, -108 against the Colorado Rockies. This one, first pitch, 8:15 Eastern Time MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, Jovan, let's take a look over at Pick Dawgz Premium. Tonight we got a lot of baseball, 10 NBA. What do you have going on over the site?
And just one more thing I want to add about that game. Once you get into the Rockies bullpen, it's over with. Whether they're home or away, it's just a dumpster fire once you get to that bullpen. So even if they do have a lead, which I doubt, they're gonna give it up. But anyway, it's on Friday, so you know what that means. It's my Take Flight Friday. Got 7 games on the board, 4 MLB, 3 NBA. Should have a pretty good showing. Take it to the weekend. You could grab my 3-day, 7-day, or 30-day, or match me with one of the other cappers on the site. It's all there at Pick Dawgz and Sports Chat Place.
All right, guys, got on board here with Jovan Burts over at Pick Dawgz Premium. He's got his 1-day pass tonight. You want to go try him out for 1 day, or go with the weekend pass, that 3-day pass. You get every play that Jovan releases over at Pick Dawgz Premium. Of course, then make that upgrade to 30-day All Sports. Get every play that Jovan releases at Pick Dawgz Premium for 30 days. And, of course, if you want to add a second capper with them, 2-for-1 capper, you'll get a great savings there. All right, Jovan, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great night, great weekend. You're back Monday.
Absolutely. See y'all on Monday. Have a good weekend.
Great weekend to you as well. Jovan Burts here on the drive-through. Right, we'll continue on here with our coverage, joined by Chris Ruffolo. Chris, we worked you pretty hard the first part of the week without a break, so we're going to give you a second break today. So we're going to go back to Skype, and we're going to go.
I don't know what to do with. I don't know what to do with myself at this point. 2 breaks? What? Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain.
All right, let's go ahead and go on to Skype here. We got El Ninos dialing in from Skype, and welcome El Ninos to the show. El, how's it going today?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good as well. All right. Kings to host the Spurs here. The Spurs laying 4.5, total 223.5.
Yeah, they're coming into this one still without Darren Fox. But it looks like Harrison Barnes should be good to go, and they've looked great in their last 4 games since Marvin Bagley came back. DeMar DeRozan's always a bit of a threat, and probably the main reason I took the points here rather than the money line. But I do think this is a game Sacramento can and probably should win outright at home. The record's not particularly great at home. They're just 14-18 straight up at home. But they've won their last 4, as I mentioned earlier, coming into this one. San Antonio is on a 5-game losing streak, and just don't look as hot as Sacramento does right now. So I'm taking the points here with the Kings, but also definitely giving the money line a good long look and probably putting about half my bet on that as well.
Yeah, El Ninos here, Kings plus 4.5 against the San Antonio Spurs. Again, this is a team I think is in free fall. I think the Pelicans had a shot at catching the Spurs for this reason. If you look at their schedule, it's absolutely brutal. We've been saying this for a couple of weeks now. All the road games the Spurs have played. Then you factor in these 1-game homestands, which are brutal. They come off an East Coast trip, play 1 at home against Philly, then go back on the road for another 4-game road trip. At the end of this road trip, they got a 1-game home stand against Milwaukee, go on the road, face Brooklyn, New York, and then close the season against Phoenix in 2 games. Phoenix might have to win those games to get top seed against Utah. So, you know what, Al? San Antonio may just win 1 game the rest of the way. And that could open the door for the Pelicans. And I looked at the schedule, and I think this is a worn-out team. They didn't have any response after they lost to Utah with a day of rest. They got pounded against Utah in that second game. And, again, I see a team in free fall here because the schedule has really screwed them. And I'm agreeing with you here on the Sacramento Kings plus 4.5 against the Spurs. All right, now let's take a look over at Pick Dawgz Premium tonight, where you're doing fantastic work over the NHL. What do you have going on over the site?
Yeah, real quick, definitely a very tough schedule for the Spurs coming up, so best of luck to them. But yeah, I got a bit of everything as I usually do. I got a 5-pack with my 2 best NHL, 2 best MLB, and my best NBA pack of the night. I got a couple different packages for each sport individually as well, whether you just want 1 play or more picks in each sport. Got quite a bit of action tonight. As we always mention, best deals usually going long-term, 2-for-1 cappers, getting a season pass or one of them monthly, yearly, however long you want to go. The longer you go, the better it is for you. And as we mentioned, obviously, the 2-for-1 cappers, you can grab the hotter cappers. You can check the leaderboards in each sport and go from there.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with El Ninos over at Pick Dawgz Premium. We put up the numbers here in NHL. He's doing well. He's got an end-of-season NHL pass right now at a really good price. We get every play from the NHL to the final games of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Or if you want to try them out for the weekend, try that 3-day pass, every play from L for 3 days over at Pick Dawgz Premium to take those winnings and make the upgrade to that 3rd-day All Sports Pass. And here you can also add a second capper at a discounted rate. All right, Al, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll talk again next week.
See you Monday.
All right, see you on Monday. Al Ninos here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on. We'll get Chris back on camera. He's always camera ready. All right, Chris, ready to roll here. And it looks like you're up now here with an NBA contest. We'll get the game information here in just a second as he'll be looking at this Lakers and Trailblazers game. Game we had a little discussion pre-show on. So let's go ahead and bring up the numbers here for the game. We got the Lakers here and Trailblazers. Blazers at home lane now 7.5, total 222.5.
Yeah, and I think with all the discussion, I think I might have been on my island in this one, but that's okay. That's a good spot for me to be. I've been as hard as anybody on the Lakers as anyone has been this season, but in certain spots, I think you just have to kind of bite the bullet, suck it up, because this is a value spot if I've ever seen it. Tony and I have had a theme over the past few weeks and talking about some of these games, and I've adopted it now, where just because the team needs a win doesn't mean they'll get it. And honestly, both of these teams could use that win. LA's 6th in the West, Portland tied with them, sitting in 7th, both at 37-29. The winner here gets the head-to-head advantage in the tiebreaker, but now we all know LeBron's out. AD, questionable for this game, probable, depending on who you ask. I mean, people are asking, well, if Anthony Davis doesn't end up playing, how can you back the Lakers here? Well, look at last week. The Lakers lost to my Raptors. I don't even think they're my Raptors this season. But everyone, including myself, doubted the Lakers, and look what happened. They went out and they beat the Denver Nuggets. Money line, 93-89, took care of business, shut a lot of people up. But then if Davis goes, there's nobody for Portland that can protect the paint. I mean, realistically, you've got Yusuf bench, you've got Zach Collins not playing as well. And on top of all that, the Portland Trailblazers are one of the worst defenses in the league, giving up almost 115 points a game this season, 113 their last 5, while the Lakers, second best scoring defense in the league with 106 points a game. They're also 4th best in the league defending the 3, allowing just 35.2% from deep this season, which is big considering Portland has 41% of their points this season come from behind the arc. I think the Lakers can negate the Blazers shooting from 3, bring them down to their level. It's also worth noting that Portland's recent success has all come on the road. Portland is still now a team that's lost their last 6 home games, 9 of their last 11, and those 2 outliers were against the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Detroit Pistons, 2 teams I think this panel could suit up against. I think we could give those teams a run for their money, if not beat them. So this game for me is all about value. We're taking the Lakers. We're going to take them on the money line. I think they get a much-needed win here, especially with all the stuff that's going on within that roster.
Yeah, you might be on the island on this one. Only thing here, look at the Lakers here are, their injuries. Kuzma is probable now. Gasol is probable. Pope is probable. But, of course, Schroeder out, the shooter. And, of course, we know with LeBron's situation. We'll just see how effective Anthony Davis can be. I mean, in a situation when you're dealing with those back injuries, something tweaks, something doesn't feel right, he can come out of the game.
Definitely he can. And that's always a possibility, like you said, with Anthony Davis, that he could, take a wrong step and all of a sudden, he's out for the rest of the game. But with no one being able to really protect the paint inside for Portland, all you could really need is 20 minutes from Anthony Davis, and he could have a major, major impact on this game. And like I said, we thought that at least I did, I thought that the Denver Nuggets were going to take the Lakers to school with no LeBron, no Anthony Davis. I'm not sure if I remember if Schroeder was in the lineup for that game. But what happened? The Lakers, they went to their bread and butter. They focused on the defense. They shut down the outside shooting point line. And with the way that the Lakers defend the 3, if you miss a ton of those shots, we've seen how teams can shoot themselves into a hole. And I think that could very well happen. It wouldn't surprise me to see the Lakers steal this one.
All right, Chris here on the Lakers money line. Just looking here, the winner of this game will win the tiebreaker should these teams tie for that seat there, that 7th and 8th seed. Of course, that would, the 6th seed, the 7th seed would send the Lakers into the play-in round, probably against the Warriors. And of course, if they lose that game, then they play the winner of the 9-10 with a chance to be the 8th seed. And of course, one thing in that scenario is if the Lakers get in the play-in is they avoid the Clippers in that first round. But I don't, I thought about the more I thought about, the more I think you don't want to face the Warriors. The Warriors it's going to be tough to beat the Warriors in a Game 7 scenario, right?
Yeah, I mean you have guys that have championship pedigree from playing in high-pressure games like that, like your Steph Currys, like your Draymond Greens. And I can tell you right now, those guys are not going to let injuries hamper their chance to play in a 7-10 winner-take-all game. They're going to play. And I think we talked about that the Clippers swept the Lakers this season. Does it not make sense maybe that the Lakers were trying to lull the Clippers into a false sense of security, thinking, okay, well, we can blow these guys out. And then you get LeBron and AD back for the playoffs, and then it's like a whole new ball game. So, like I said, I think the Lakers want it. I just don't think avoiding the Clipper matchup. I think they'll play whoever they play, because that's been the Lakers' MO. Get to the playoffs, worry about it in the playoffs.
Absolutely. All right, Chris, Lakers money line plus 275 against the Blazers. This is your 10 Eastern game on ESPN. All right, Chris, let's take a look over at Pick Dawgz Premium. Good card tonight. We got 10 NBA games. We got hockey. I think I heard 7 on the board. Some baseball. Full card today. What do you have going on over the site?
A fantastic card tonight. I got my free-for-all Friday, where you get my top 2 NBA plays as well as an NHL play. Or I got my fastball Friday 5-pack, 5 MLB plays there. Both of those are $30. Or guys, we talk about those 3-day, 7-day, 30-day passes. You'll get all the sports. I got the season passes up there. For the NHL and NBA, as if you're just looking to focus in on one sport, those packages will pay for themselves within a week, and they'll also cover you. Because like I said, if you're only zoning in on one sport, you don't want to worry about your NHL, and you just want to worry about the NBA. Grab one of those. It's all the same price. You're getting the whole NBA postseason for pretty much the same price as 1 month. As I had someone in the comment section mention, it looks like I have a black eye. Well, I'm going to give 2 black eyes to the book this weekend. I'm going to beat them up, and I'm going to beat them up hard. So hop on board. Don't miss out on any of these opportunities. We're going to put cash in your pockets.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Chris Ruffolo over at Pick Dawgz Premium. Get his 1-day pass tonight and make that upgrade to long-term pass, 3, 7, 30-day pass, or what we talked about today on Fridays. Get that 3-day pass, go for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday action from Chris Ruffolo, and then make the upgrade to the 30-day pass, or add a second capper as you would. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. We got your camera, we got your video working again, Chris, so that's good. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Time to bring in Jeff Jeter. You'll find Jeter over at Pick Dawgz Premium doing fantastic work this year in the NBA. I believe he's over 1,000 units of profit this year. Jeff, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Great to be back here, Tony, and big weekend of action coming up.
Absolutely. You're going to be looking at the game. This is your ESPN Game 1. Bulls, the host of Celtics. Celtics laying 4 on the road. Total sits at 226.
Yeah, going to go ahead and start off here with Boston. They've gone over a total in the last 6 games here on the season, and 3 of those have closed, though, under 16, it's time at tip-off. But over the last 3 games, the Celtics, they have shot 48.4% from three-point range. Which is above their season total of 37.6%, while remaining, about par, inside the arc. Bulls, on the other hand, they've gone under in 4 of the last 5 games and failed to put up over 100 points in 4 of those 5 games, with the exception last night against the Hornets. Now, the thing of it is, Chicago has been, about at season average over the last 3 games. Of course, in overall shooting in those last 3 games. But on the season, one little trend I did find was that, the Bulls are 5 to the over, 10 to the under off back-to-back situations here on the current season. So, the thing is, these 2 teams, they definitely don't like each other, as we've seen over the years. And, it's going to be a tough matchup. 11 out of the last 13 games between these 2 teams have gone under total, and the last 3 games between the 2 have gone under total, and only 1 game has actually closed, above the total of the 224, 225 range. So I'm just thinking this is going to be one of these classic battles between the Bulls and the Celtics tonight. Just going to go ahead and take that under and roll with it.
All right, the under is the play here from Jeff Jeter. Celtics and Bulls, 7:30 Eastern time on ESPN. All right, Chris, what say you? And this one, of course, will look Brown out here for the Celtics, and their rebounder now, Williams, is out.
My play yesterday, we had 218.5 in that Bulls-Hornets game, and we missed it by half a point. But they don't ask how; they ask how many, and we missed it by half a point. But I think you look at tonight's game against the Celtics, like Jeff said, these 2 teams don't like each other. This is going to be a physical matchup. And I'm not sure how we get to 226. I think this is a bit of an overcorrection by, all the moves that are being made with the line. You look at the 2 games of the season, finished at 222, and then the last one was 198. So I don't know how we get to 226 here. So I'm on the under as well.
Agreement here on the under 226 Celtics and Bulls on ESPN 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Jeff, let's take a look over at Pick Dawgz Premium, where you're doing fantastic work in the NBA. We have 10 games on the card, over 1,000 units of profit that is all documented. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, it's Fast Friday 5-pack time over here in East Tennessee, man. So we got 2 from the NBA tonight. Got 3 MLB plays still up for grabs here. So be sure to hop on. And, of course, match up with me and I guess my best brother now, Mr. James Clark, on top of the NBA leaderboard, man. Hey, let's get some NBA picks tonight, And so, hey, just ready to go for the weekend. Glad to be back, and appreciate everything you guys do. Hit that thumbs up, and glad to be back, and let's get it tonight. Let's crush the books.
Let's crush the books tonight here with Jeff Jeter or Pick Dawgz Premium. You see the numbers here, over 1,000 units of profit. That is all documented. You can visit the profile page. You'll see every play is posted. You want to try them out for the weekend? We'll get a little taste. Go for it. Get the 3-day pass, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, NBA, and everything else he releases. And then make the upgrade to the long-term pass. You go for the 30-day all-sports pass, or go for the 2-for-1 capper special. Match him in with James Clark. That would be a great duo there, as they're going to battle here for the top of the leaderboard in the NBA here as we're getting close to the playoffs. So get on board with Jeff Jeter. All right, Jeff, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great night. We'll talk to you a little bit when we recap the plays.
Absolutely. We'll chat with you here in a few moments.
All right, Jeff Jeter here on the drive-through. I will continue with the coverage. Reminder, guys, keep those likes, those thumbs up coming in. And if you missed any of the picks, don't worry. We're going to recap every one of them in just a little bit. All right, now it's time to welcome into the show Goran Kucar. We're going to give you some European soccer pick for this weekend for you guys, as we do every Friday. Goran, how you doing today?
Hey, Tony. Hey, Chris. I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Oh, doing great. All right, let's take a look at this one. Athletico, Madrid, and Barcelona. We have the 3-way line here with Barcelona here about -0.5 to a goal, total 2.5.
Yeah, we have a lot of good games all over Europe this weekend, but I went with this game because La Liga is one of the few leagues in Europe still without the champion, and these 2 teams are main competitors to get that spot. Atletico Madrid is at the top at the moment with only 2 points over Barcelona, and they have won their last game, but it was a tough one. They had a lot of luck at the end of the game, where their opponents missed a penalty for 1-1. They do score goals, but they have problems on the defensive end, which is not characteristic for them because they were always a good defensive team. They were calm, they were patient, but I just don't see that in the last few games. And their biggest problem right now is that they are facing Barcelona, who have Messi and Griezmann both in fantastic form. They are scoring goals. They are scoring a lot of goals. And they're creating a lot of chances. They're winning games. And at the moment, in my mind, Barcelona is the biggest favorite to win the title this season, even though they are 2 points behind. I think this game is going to decide it all. We are getting Barcelona at home as the favorite, but I don't see bookies going over because you're getting -110 for the over. But with Barcelona's sloppy defense this season, they do make mistakes. They are slow on the defensive end, and I think Atletico will score a goal here. But I see Barcelona winning this game, and we are getting fantastic price for this pick, and I'm going to take it.
All right, Goran here, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, both teams to score, and then Barcelona win. The return here +275. All right, Chris, what say you? And I know you're a big you cap and watch European soccer very closely.
Yeah, and this I think Goran's 100% right that this is for all the marbles in La Liga this season. And if Barcelona wins, I think they win out. For me, though, it's not often that Goran and I go head-to-head on some of these games. I'm leaning towards the draw in this one. I just think with so much at stake, you're going to see both teams take a very cautious approach to this game. And if someone goes ahead, the other team is not going to just sit back and try to play a methodical game to pass into the net. There's going to be a lot of fire coming the other way. And I think that I just think we end all square in this one, and we put pressure on the last few match days to determine a winner. I was looking at the draw at plus 265, and then I was also looking at the correct score of 1-1 at plus 575.
All right, there you go. Some plays here from Chris here in this one. All right, Goran, any last words on this one, on this game?
You know what? In some ways, I gotta agree with Chris, but I'm not sure Barcelona can afford to be cautious in this game. They had a chance a couple of weeks ago to take the top, but they lost to Getafe at home, and I just don't see them missing this opportunity twice in a row because a lot is at stake. They have one trophy this season, but they haven't won La Liga in the last 2 years, I believe, and I'm sure they want to get on top if they want to keep Messi at the club, and that's their priority. I think Barcelona will attack from the start, and I think it's going to be an awesome game with a lot of goals.
All right, Goran here. Barcelona, Athletico Madrid, both to score and Barcelona to win. The return plus 275. All right, Goran, let's take a look over at Pig Dawgz Premium, where we got soccer action this weekend coming up from the major leagues. What do you have going on over at the site?
Absolutely. We have a lot of games happening tomorrow and Sunday and Monday as well. We are getting close to the Champions League finals, where we'll see Manchester City and Chelsea face off at the end of May. But for now, I'm getting ready a nice 7-pack for tomorrow. There's a lot of good games. I expect a lot of goals, a lot of good results, and we're going to keep winning.
All right, guys, get on board here with Goran Kucar over at Pig Dawgz Premium. Get his passes for the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. You'll find them there at Pig Dawgz Premium. He also contributes with content over at Sports Chat Place. Correct, Goran? You got some big games going written up?
Yeah, a lot of games are up already, and a lot of games are still coming for Sunday. And of course, we are getting closer and closer to that so much expected Euro Cup finally, with fans back to the stands, and it's gonna be another fun summer.
Fun summer there. So check out Goran Kucar over at Pig Dawgz. We can get on board one of his long-term passes there at the site. All right, Goran, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you next week.
Thanks for having me, guys. See you next week.
All right, Goran Kucar here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue on with our coverage. Guys, a reminder, we're going to recap every pick from the show after my play, and that one's coming up right now. So let's go ahead and put up the game information from this NBA game between the Knicks and the Phoenix Suns, and let's pull it up right now. Suns to host the Knicks. Suns laying 6.5. Total sits here at 216.5. And, well, sounds like a broken record. It's going to be the Knicks at plus 6.5. But why not? They've been covering. I think they can bounce back in this spot. 6.5 is a lot of points. You know, we look at the Knicks shooting form. It's been strong. We've talked about the Knicks defense, but, man, they've been shooting the ball well here the past month. Over past 5 games, 48%, 45% from 3. And they're defending, holding teams to just under 44%. But the issue with the Suns has been the play of their defense. If you look at that period of games, they're allowing 50% shooting with 42% from beyond the arc. Now, we talked about how tough that April schedule was going to be here for the Suns, and you're starting to see a little bit of it now. We're seeing a little bit of fatigue from the Suns. They're not defending like they did early in the season. And we saw them get blown out recently to the Hawks. And, you know, the Knicks covering 15 of their past 17. You just take a look at a sample here of their past 15 games. Knicks net rating plus 8.4. The Suns plus 3.1. And they're dogs in this one. The Suns sitting right now 23rd in defensive efficiency when you look at the past 15 games. This is what we're talking about with what that April did to them. Of course, the Suns without Jay Crowder and Nader. Cameron Johnson is questionable with a wrist injury. I'm going to take the points here, Chris, with the Knicks at plus 6.5 and then a bounce back.
Yeah, this was the game I think I struggled with the most on the board for today's action because, I mean, you and I could probably say we could honestly see it going either way. I mean, with the way the Suns have played for much of the season, but also with the way that the Knicks are playing defense, and like we said, the offense is caught up, and it wouldn't surprise me to see this finish at 7. It wouldn't surprise me to see it finish at 6. A win for the Knicks wouldn't surprise me either. So this is probably a pass for me, but if forced to make a pick, I would lean towards the Knicks and the points with you as well.
All right, Knicks plus 6.5 here against the Suns. Guys, I've got a 5-pack right now over Pig Dawgz Premium, a mixture of NBA and Major League Baseball, beginning top of the hour. So check me out there. Also, part of that 2-for-1 capper special. You can match me up with another capper of your choice. I've got the 3, 7, and 38 pass, so check me out over there at Pig Dawgz Premium. All right, let's continue on here with the show. Now it's time to do the show recap. As we'll recap every play on today's show. Jeff Jeter will join us as he does every Friday on the recap. It got started here with Brian Bitler, Athletics, minus 125 against the Rays. James, Timberwolves money line, plus 215 against the Heat. Zawacky, Nationals, plus 155 against the Yankees. Jovan, Cardinals run line, -1.5 runs, -108 against the Rockies. Al, Kings, +4.5 against the Spurs. Chris, Lakers money line, +275 against the Trailblazers. Jeff, Celtics Bulls, under 226. Goran, Barcelona, Athletico Madrid, both teams to score and Barcelona to win. That combination has to come through, +275. Yours truly, Knicks, +6.5 against the Suns. We'll start with Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I got to go with Jovan with the Cardinals on the run line against the Rockies. I think that one could be a very, very rough outing for the Rockies.
All right, let's go over to Jeff. Jeff, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Man, I just talked about my Bash brother James Clark. I guess I'm going to go with that Timberwolves money line. I think they're just going to win this straight up tonight. So love that play, and I've already sprinkled a little bit in on it myself. So I love that play, and let's get it. Minnesota tonight.
All right. I'm going to go with Alan Ninos here. Kings +4.5 against the Spurs. The Spurs road trip's just been horrible here the last month and a half. That schedule is going to keep catching up to them here as their team in free fall, as I see it here down the stretch. And in danger of losing to the Pelicans, believe it or not. I wouldn't be surprised if the Pelicans pass them, because I think the Spurs schedule is just brutal down the stretch. All right, guys, that'll do it for another edition of The Drive-Thru. Tune in Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll have a full book, 8 cappers on the show, giving out live free sports picks for the primetime games. And don't forget, it all gets started with the morning show, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Mitch, Rod Zawacky, Brian Bitler, and on the weekends, Ron Romanelli. And, of course, don't forget those YouTube premium shows. Follow the link below and get on board. All right, let's bring in the crew from tonight's show. We'll wave you guys off. Good night. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you guys Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time.